Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. Hey, no, Japanese is a nice language. English is the future. We must all supiku. They did not put speak English. They did not just say speak English. Oh my god. I did not just read that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So where we left off in an intermission. So we left off at like a crazy, just at a nice cutoff point. So 22nd November at 11:38 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants, Antechamber 5. Hi, Kazuma. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. My heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there, you were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. What? Oh, that's right. We're bringing her out. That's right. Miss Giselle Bretz, a student from Great Britain, is she? I remember, yeah, so we exposed that What's-Her-Face was there. After we interrogated everybody, then we found out that they were told to be quiet about the lady. Someone tipped them off and be like, look, do not talk about the lady, all right? And then we finally figured out that, hey, there's an inconsistency here, especially with the medical documents that the victim had on his person, and it was determined that from there he had to have been with somebody. He couldn't eat anything, and then we proved that there had to be a second party there with him because of the teeth work and stuff that he had done, and he was under anesthesia and all that stuff, under laughing gas. So there was that. Give me 1 second. Is it this one? Oh yeah, it is. Hi. Okay, just make sure I have that set. That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young a woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. Yeah, you just picked up the gun and then, you know, just put yourself in deeper shit. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then, on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. And just after I bent down and picked it up, bang. Imagine and bang, and the bullet ricocheted off the wall and then hit him. That would be some shit. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Huh. Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Yes, I accused you of killing. I don't know. I don't like him. I feel like it's him, but I don't like him. Professor Mikotoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Yeah, cause he wants me to take the downfall? Motherfucker. You accused him because you tried being big brainy. Look, shut up. Look, okay. I have to activate my big brain powers towards the endish of the game because Ace Attorney gets to a point where you gotta big brain stuff and it gets hard. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system, even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? British people. So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. What? I am a woman who is playing a young man, but I am a woman, thank you. A gentle woman, to be precise. Thank you. To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning. Didn't he? I forgot Ace Attorney loves the word didn't for some fucking reason. And that's the word I can't say consistently. If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. Oh, did you now? Mm-hmm. You knew him well enough to kill him, right? To execute him? Is that how you know him? As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at Yume. And it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. I'm just gonna say did not. I'm just gonna say did not because I can't say did it consistently. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not fret who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash? Is that a typo? You mean disposal to squash your case or quash? Is that a word? Is quash a word? Quash. Reject or void, especially by... Really? Quash? Quash. Okay. Quash is another word for squish. Thanks, Pokemon. Oh my... Quash. Put an end to. Suppress. I will quash you. I will quash all my enemies. Quash. Okay. Quash. I will quash all your enemies. Okay. Words in this game. I'm gonna learn a lot of new words playing this game. Hands down, I'm gonna learn a whole new branch of words playing this game. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight. Right right to the last. And you know what's messed up? Like, we speak on a daily basis, just broken English on a daily basis, right? So when we go into reading proper sentences and proper like grammars and stuff like that, and more advanced vocabulary, it's crazy how like your brain processes it as like it's wrong, but then once you read it over, it's like, oh no, it makes sense. Once you actually start using critical thinking and actually comprehending what you're reading, and it's like, okay, this actually makes sense. But then it's like, I haven't read formal English in forever, you know? But then that's where books go into. Like, if you read more novels and things like that, more advanced novels, it's gonna have that proper English structure in there. So there's that. But I don't read books. I read manga, so rip me. Rip me. God. Best of luck. I know a line later that you'll like. Oh god. Formal English and formal Japanese, we're totally learning words for real. Thank you. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Defendant Naruhodo. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. Alright. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow. Before those old fossils know what hits them. Yeah, let's go. Kazuma? Don't be a bitch. What? Don't be a bitch, Ryunosuke. Thank you. Really. What for? Well, if he hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Don't worry, I will stop big braining. Val, you've been reading Naruto. You should know how believe reads, or watching, whatever works. Dude, please, I almost said believe it. Like, fuck you. Like in Naruto right now, I'm where, what's his face? Where the third Hokage is fighting Orochimaru? Like, I'm there. Like, I know he dies, but like, I'm there. Like, I'm at the episode before he dies. So, but like, yeah, it's like, believe it, you know? But low-key, watching Naruto has actually been giving me a bit of energy and willpower to get shit done, if that makes sense. And like, watching it click to me, because I was like, when I was younger, I used to be so motivated to do things, but I watched animes like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Inuyasha, Full Metal. Like, those were the animes I grew up watching. And a lot of those animes, you know, the main characters are always pushing, trying to better themselves, trying to get to their goals and things like that. And, you know, they're following their heart on what they think is right. You know, they have a clear set on the path that they want to go forth. And watching that, like, as a kid and then growing up, you know, you kind of take those ideals with you, because they kind of become ingrained on you. And then rewatching it again, I just felt like some, I guess, old fire spark inside of me, and I've been really pushing myself to just like get things going and get things done, no matter how tired and stuff I am. Like, I just have these like words in the back of my head, like, you know, no, you can do it, keep going, you know, like, if you give up now, you know, like, you're just gonna waste your time, you know, just do it now, do it, you can just, it's just, I don't know, it's just like this weird like fire that's inside me that's lighting up, which is kind of interesting. Like, ever since I started watching anime consistently again, it's just, I've been motivated to get things done and believing in myself a little bit more. As cheesy as that sounds, but like anime really hits you. Like they really hit you, especially like really good ones. Like they really touch you. But all right then, I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Oh, you motherfucker. Look, does it look like I have money? I'm poor. I'm about to be found guilty and you want food? I'm poor as shit. Meanwhile, Kazuma's headband is floating with no wind. Magic man. No, Kazuma is just, he has an aura. It's his male dominant aura that's floating behind him. See, 22nd November, 12:09 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Aochi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forge with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders? Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. What do you mean? A secret trial and anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England? Shut up! Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. Nothing to say. Yep. Yeah, sure. He's just pretending he knows what's going on. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student. And one who could arguably study harder, too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Ooh, did that hit you in the balls, ouchie? And you too, Judge? Well said, Ryunosuke. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror. You little brats. Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. Ouchie, my balls. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett. Yes. Your Excellency. Thud. He's gonna get the illest concussion. Okay, what is up with the hat? I almost spit my water out. What the fuck is up with the swan hat? Wow, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan. And from such a distant land. Tea! Someone bring English tea! In England, no discussions take place without tea. Is that true? No idea. Look, tea... I get it, but tea is... I don't think they drink tea in court. So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court? Dude, I love the improved animations. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I have been working undercover as the head waiter at... Yes, we all know about you already. Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are one thing you're sure of. Oh, yes. I think I did. Didn't I? See, I can't say I think I did. Did not I? Because that will sound fucking weird. Yet, your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking. Guilty. So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please. She wouldn't be a gentlewoman if she doesn't have fucked up teeth. ¿Qué? Pourquoi? English? Or, okay, so if, no, okay, she's probably speaking English, right? But we're in Japan, so we're speaking Japanese natively here. But because she's from England, she's technically speaking English. So they can't understand what she's saying. It's confusing, but I think that's what the situation that's happening right now. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what? I scribble, squiggle, and fancy loop, squiggle, question mark. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Translating, okay. Hi, yes, moon runes. The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yume University's medical facility. Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song. As far as I could tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You obviously do fine in England, Kazuman. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. Then why the fuck am I reading squiggles if you know the English? I can't even English right now, but how the hell are we seeing the squiggles? The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? Yeah. Yes, that is correct. Yes. This is gonna be interesting. It's not English, it's English. She says, yes. This could take some time. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. Look, I can speak a little bit, you know, Oname wa BlackRose desu, okay? I can speak that. So, like, why can't Anata wa speak English? You speak English, right? The full sentence was just a yes. Essentially, yeah. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Interesting. When you're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print? I mean, she's understanding the Japanese, unless the waiter's translating for her. Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? I'm thinking that's another, like, word for, like, beautiful. Attractive and impressive. Okay, yeah, attractive. Okay, your attractive eyes. Apparently, it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say... Yes, it would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Okay, you see, that is a dirty lie. Ouch, you giving the biggest old man crush on a young lady? Gross. Well, we don't know how old he is. He could be like 25 and just have really bad receding hair. Low key. He may just have shitty hair genes. I don't know. Order in the court. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Yes, the lady. Obviously. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Yes. So I'm actually interested to see, like, if what am I trying to say? It's losing my head now. I lost it. I was gonna say something and then I lost it. But it is cool with the whole translating thing. But I lost my train of thought. I was reading like the title and everything, then I read your shit, and then I'm like, oh yeah, court record. Let's check it real quick. Actually. How old are you? You are... Oh, he's 51. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's gross. How old are you? 24. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. I mean, she's of age, at least. She is of age. Alright. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. That's a dirty lie. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. How do we know? That could have been your gun. Yes! Old Japan, I guess. No, I did not have any kind of argument with the professor at all. Objection! Quiet, you filthy wretch. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. And look at this snow-white angel. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine those words the court is going to believe. You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there's nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Titties? Hello? Breast? She literally can stuff it in between her tits. The gun wasn't that big. It was a handgun. She could literally stuff it between her tits. Open it real quick, bam, and then slide it under somewhere. Like, there's that. Conceal it in her hat. Literally, like, she could conceal it in her tits. She could have put it in her hat. She has a big ass swan hat. She could have put it in there. What do you mean she couldn't conceal it on her person? I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. Yeah, for real. Unless and until the precise location where the witnesses have hidden a weapon can be shown, this is moot. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witness's own words on the matter. You have the titty pocket. That's where you can hide the gun. You have the breast pocket. That's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could... Okay, look. Okay, look. That is a bad idea. Do not lift the dress. Don't do that. It would be crazy, like, if it was a man. That would be some shit. Yeah, I'll lift up her dress so you can prove it. Technically, yes, because if what I think she's wearing, she'll probably have a petticoat under there. She can hide it in the petticoat. She could. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke. But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. Yes, lady, we will pull your testimony apart. Oh. This bitch! The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh, yes, your excellency. This bitch smirked. Okay. Bring it on. A frightening and sorrowful sight. Oh, bring it the fuck on. I had arranged a meeting for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself. Be safe. Came over to greet the professor and they got into a fierce argument. Let me press her. Like I said, I did not shoot that gun. And like I said, there's no point repeating the assertion over and over. Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side. Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hands. Well, yes, that's true, but... But all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me at that time. The highly... Okay. That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel. Dirty? Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy. It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as ours. What nonsense. This lady is merely stating what she saw. And this is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned anyway. Right. Okay, let's press on that. It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it? Yeah, it does sound like he's slapping wet paint. Absolutely. I verified it personally. You verified it? Yes. Immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure that the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not." That's all you did? You just asked her? Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. No. Then Hello? You're supposed to do physical things. To prove. What are you doing? Why on earth not? The honorable English gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. So, okay. There's obviously no need for any further probing into the matter. Oh, because she's a lady? Because you don't want to accidentally touch her delicates? Is that why? You're trying to be a gentleman? God damn. I bet if it was a guy, they would, like he would have fucking stripped him naked to find a weapon or anything. Okay. Or there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps? Think what you will, but if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that the refined lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts. In other words, he wants evidence. Ugh. Right. The lady wishes to point out that, of course, she wanted to stay and assist with an investigation, but she was in a hurry to give a presentation at the university, so she was compelled to leave. Not to mention the fact that your office had told you to get the woman out of there. Not get her out of there. I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime, which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course. Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up. Right. You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm goading you. No. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor at the end of which you shot him, which is an out-and-out totally unfounded lie. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform. I'm dressed exactly the same way as you are, except for the flapping red ribbons. But he's cooler, though. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you, with your thick skin, must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room. Only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. Do that, and an opening will present itself. I promise you. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. Alright. I'd arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon. Ordered myself a beefsteak. Okay, I want to probe this one. I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over to say hello. Please, don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directing that retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor. I'm afraid your words are in vain. Sorry? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese. No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. Hey, no, Japanese is a nice language. English is the future. We must all supiku. They did not put speak English. They did not just say speak English. Oh my god. I did not just read that. They did not just say speak English. What? Oh my god! They did that! They really did that! They said speak English! Holy shit! Wow! English is the future, my ass! English sucks! It's the language where one word has like 10 different meanings. Like, fuck no. I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever, or only in the presence of a beautiful woman. Well, that beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a completely straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it may be. Ouchie's face with this line is making this funnier, right? Oh, jeez. Anyway, it seems that after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. Look at all these versions of the in other languages, English. The that part ties in with what you said. Wait, that part ties in with what you said, doesn't it? What did he say? I have to find something. Okay. Yes, I still had some coffee to drink. And the next time you got up after that was when I'd finished my coffee and stood up to leave. Oh, I'm gonna get you, Miss Brett. He took the professor's gun and shot him. Yes! No, no, no! I wanted to go back! Oh, Jesus. Okay. We already went through this. I pressed it by accident. Waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. Skippo. 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 I wish there was a skip option. I wish there was a skip option. Okay, thank you. I meant to press R for the present. It was this one. Okay. That's obviously a blatant lie. Okay, proof that I'm as pretty as soon I was already A photographic printer shows the victim who shot from the chest. A sketch of the layouts on the back from the state of the house and a police inspector. Okay. This is gonna be actually pretty difficult. Okay, just make sure I'm not pressing the present button. Okay, so it's, I don't think it's gonna be this one. A bottle of carbonated water is taken which is seen on the victim table. Medical report card. Yeah, there's nothing here. Single fire at close range. Fatal hemorrhaging from a no exit bound bullet did not pass through the body. Fired at close range, but she's implying that I walked up to him and I got my gun out and shot him. We didn't press on everything yet. Yes! After 2 p.m., in fact, that's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? Well, Kazuma was implying that we have to prove that that later, like we have to prove later on that we didn't hide the gun, or we didn't have the gun, like that she was hiding it, based on the statements that I did. Because we don't really have to press all the statements. We only have to press the ones that like are related to what we're trying to prove. But I can do all of them, just in case. You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue. Isn't that right? No. Uh, oh, at least we can understand that. No is universal. A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, yes. That all makes perfect sense. Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only. I found it. I found it. I found it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yes! I'm wrong. Because she said she only ordered a beefsteak. I'll press her on that one because no, there was a beefsteak and carbonated water that was ordered. She only said she ordered a beefsteak. If she's the only one that ate there or ate anything, what about the water? What appears to be odd is the way you're presenting yourself. Yeah, shut up. Oh, pay no attention, Your Excellency. Shut up. As you wish, now kindly lower your hand. Okay, look, shut up. Never, not until I've proven that I'm innocent here. Okay. I'll press her on that. I'll press her on that. Okay. Because he's unable to eat. Press. Yes! He was unable to eat, you say. And that was because he just had a tooth removed at Hada Clinic, right? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Bright aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left? Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? That's right. Other than some carbonated water. Okay. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated water. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? Wrong. It's very meaningful. It's very meaningful, yeah. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Well, well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, You'll see, bitch. Just wait. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well sidestepped, counsel. Very well. Miss Brett, kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Okay, so I'm on the right track here. Gladly, she said. I'm on the right track here. And my eyes like watering like crazy. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. Yeah, don't make him disappointed. I ordered a beefsteak for myself, and the processor said I... Bitch? Does it show two glasses here? I think not.
Yes!
I think not. Objection. Yeah, that's it. Objection. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with his photographic prints. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says. Well, that is... It's odd. Very odd. Dear me. What's odd is the defense's inability to express itself. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers. The cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. Yes, you're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutiae. So minute. Just say over a minute detail. Why do you have to use English? Why? What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
Objection!
Minutiae, you say? Minutiae. I hope I'm saying it right. Minutiae? I hope I'm saying it right. Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only 1? First half of minute and te. Minute te? Okay. Oh. Minute. Minute. Okay. Minute. Then why the fuck is there an I? Just put, oh my, I hate English sometimes. Okay, minute. So I was kind of saying it right. Okay, minute. Hi, Shadow. Hello. See, you're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. You can clink with 1 glass. It's called breaking the glass. I guess. Yeah, you can. Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, is she saying? See, isn't that even more suspicious that she got rid of the glass? You know, just a thought that's a bit more suspicious. Good gracious.
Sorry. Sorry.
I hate that so much. It's like, why did you tamper with the evidence?
Oh, oops. Sorry.
So, no, you can't act cutesy with, there's no acting cutesy in court. Only evidence and truth belongs in court. There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray? That's absurd. Oh, really? So, do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No, no, no. This can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. Mischief. See, I missed 50 minutes of the trial. Fuck the bitch. Yeah, fuck her. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. Oh! A handbag, you say? That could have had the gun, you say? Oh! A handbag, you say? Oh, you don't say. A handbag, you don't say. Uh-huh. Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. Oh, well, she was very well-to-do to murder somebody. So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. The student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No, you see, I don't agree because we just found out she was carrying a fucking handbag. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. Oy. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? Well, I don't know really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's the handbag. Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Oh, you don't say. Oh, uh-huh. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. That's supposed to be a slam, man. Come on. In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir. I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! Yeah, bitch. Burn. Burn. Order, order, order! What's the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ouchie? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? I'm kind of excited to see her animation. Oh boy. Don't die on us, please. Oh, don't die. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police. What? As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. But someone died. Someone died. You have to check everything. What do you mean it was unnecessary? Someone died. The fuck? Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. This photographic print. Oh. This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. And the handbag conveniently is see-through. That is the most unconventional handbag, by the way. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. And that's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been seen immediately. Obvious. Immediately obvious. Oh boy. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. But she still hid the glass in the bag. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san. Oh boy. Order, order! Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. The photograph of the handbag has been entered into the court record. I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel. Oh, Jesus Christ. The court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed, and there's only one logical conclusion, that the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime. Oh. No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Oh, okay, this is bad. Even Kazuma is like slumped over. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. Oh shit, okay, oh shit, okay. This is bad. If Kazuma is like down, okay. What? You mean this is it? Oh shit. I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. But the weak are meat while the strong eat. Okay, see, I'm waiting for the turnaround. Someone's gonna come in and be like, objection! And then they be like, I saw it. I synced it. I saw with my special eyes what happened. And then it's gonna, right? You were wasting your time. There's no way to defeat true justice. A fact you can chew onto your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma, his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma, what? Is there really no chance of now turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest, which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. That smug little Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Having considered all of the evidence placed before me, I hereby yes! You see? Wait, Your Excellency. Ooh, shit is getting good. Ooh, shit is getting good. Ooh, shit is getting good. And hi, Lumpy. Ryunosuke? I don't think you can rule on this case yet. Objection! This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes. Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question. Objection! This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is a handbag the gentleman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence. No. You see, I have special eyes. I can see shit. Ouchie. Don't fuck with me. Look at this photograph. Bitch has a wine glass and a handgun. Anyways, you better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes. Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Very well. I will grant the defense one final opportunity. Fuck me. Oh! Let me just save real quick. Yes. Save complete. There we go. Okay, there. Classic Ace Attorney stuff. Classic Ace Attorney tactic. It's like, wait, I smell point of like no return. Okay. What? But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Excellency. So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail in which you have alluded. Is it the tattoo? Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay. So, at the victim's table, right? So we have that. That could imply that he touched it, right? That is it. Yeah. Examine. Yep, yeah. Yeah, it's that. It's... I swear to God, if I get this wrong, I am restarting. It is the tattoo. It better be the tattoo. I'm gonna lose my shit if it's not. Well, it's not a tattoo, it's a burn mark. But I'm gonna lose my shit if it's not that. I will lose my shit if it's not that. It has to be that. Okay, look at this photograph. And just let me pass. Yes. Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. Oh, thank God. That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description. Oh, Miss Brett, you seem kind of
Colorful
flustered.
Chaos SP has gifted a sub to the Liquid Q.
Chaos! 31 subs? Chaos! Please!
Chaos
You're
SP has
spoiling
gifted a
me
sub
too
to
much.
Lightning
Oh
Liquid.
my God, thank you! God. You gifted a total of 31 subs. Like, thank you. Oh my God. A total of 31. You spoil me too much. God. 21, 30, 31, 31. Jesus Christ. But thank you for the 2 gifts. I appreciate it. God. That's crazy. You gifted a total of 31 subs. Holy shit.
Objection!
Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly, that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Oh, but it does. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Yeah, but look here. Here. See, the burn mark implies that he touched it. He touched it at some point. That's the point. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either. Yes, we do. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Ouchi points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. Oh, okay. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. Oh, no. The bitch is staying here. She would like to know if she may be excused from the... Bitch, you better stay the fuck there. No, because I'm gonna burn your ass in this case. Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging, in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to prise this shutting door back open again. Oh, yes. Just give up, Counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that. Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence? Evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then would you allow it? I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. We got this. I already know the answer. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. So then, the defense will now presents its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. I probably butchered the shit out of that word. This one!
Yes!
Boom! Yes! 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 What's this, Counsel? Yet another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at the scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, Rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further would really be quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? Right, this one, right there. You see it? Right there. The cow.
Yes!
What does the cow say? Yes, yes, yes! The beefsteak? Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plates? Oh, you see, now you're thinking. Your Excellency, are you all right? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Now everyone's getting it, right? This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn. It matches. Are exactly the same shape. Ryunosuke, you genius. You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant. Oh, let's go. But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that. It's most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a detective, not a waiter! He's undercover!
Yes!
There you have it. Something isn't right here. To be fair, they served steak on rocks a long time ago and still do, so they can serve it on plates like that. Yes, they do. Cena at Chili's. Yes, they do. They serve plates. They serve steaks and stuff on hot metal plates. Like, the waiter would literally come out, and it's most commonly like with fajita dishes and things like that. Like, they'll come out with a hot plate, and the plate, like, they'll actually have like mittens and stuff on to place on the table, and the food is still sizzling on the hot plate. Like, that's how hot it is. It's still sizzling, so that it can be just as fresh as possible. And you know, like, you can have the experience of eating it like as if like you just took it off the plate, you know. And also it's to also finish off the cooking as well too on the food, so that by the time it gets to you, it's perfectly cooked, if that makes sense. So the chef kind of times it with it being cooked out and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty common over here, serving on hot metal plates and things like that. And in the more expensive restaurants, they actually do serve some steaks on a rock salt thing. Like, I had Wagyu beef steak at Morimoto Asia, and they actually cooked the steak on like this really hot salt block, and yeah, they cooked it on that, and then they served it to us. So it's a pretty common thing down over here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet, Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day or any before it. That's right, and the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would without any question have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchi? Well, yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? Because he was dead. He died. That's why. He was dead. I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think he was dead? Can it really be true? Yes. He died. He's dead. He died. I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. See, this is the part in Ace Attorney where it's like, you got me, and then you lost me. It's like, yes, and then, what? Okay, to table trap. So obviously it was after. So he saw him moving, so he was alive when he entered. Now, because he could have got shot and then I'm trying to think. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson... It's not that he hadn't noticed a burn. I want to say he was already dead. Because if he was asleep, it wouldn't make sense. He was on anesthesia, but it's laughing gas. It was laughing gas. So, I think my first assumption, he was already dead. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting... Yes, it's only possible. If the man was already dead. Yo, okay, I just had this, like, sinking feeling happen. Like, this sinking feeling. Already dead? Okay, this is getting a little hardcore. Okay. This is pretty hardcore for a first case. Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. Then, are you saying that... No, then how would you explain the bang? Unless it was a fake bullet inside there to simulate a bang. That's madness. Oh shit, okay. Order, please. Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot. That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
No, Prosecutor Ouchie, it's you who has no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Yeah, Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Dude, I almost said it's high key that Miss Brett knows. Oh god. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But Your Excellency! The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. Oh, I'm gonna catch your ass, Brett. I'm gonna catch your ass. Oh. Okay. What was that smile?
Yes, of course.
Oh, now she wants to speak English. Okay.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes, of course, up your ass.
Oh, I mean, I'd be delighted to help.
Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. Oh, so you can speak Japanese. You can speak Nihongo, right? Everybody's like, bitch, you should have just spoke Japanese in the first place. Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? I mean, she does go to Japanese university. I would hope so. Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country after all. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. Okay, look. I hate that voice.
Oh, no you don't, Shadow. You love this voice, don't you? Oh, little Shadow.
I can't do it right now. Like, I can't do it really good right now only because, like, my throat shot from recording yesterday. I read so much yesterday. So, I hate you so fucking much. Anyways, I can't do it really well right now because my throat's like, from all the reading. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of Englishwomen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level. Oh, well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this. This lavish consideration you so graciously afford us. Right. More like fucking entitled as fuck. Like, I hate her already. I do not like her. I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. Very interesting. Witness testimony. Let's go, bitch. I'ma fucking expose your ass. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. So are you implying that you did it on that last statement, though? That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. No, it will not. Easy does it. I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. I'm about to insult your ass with a fucking guilty verdict on you. You'll see. You'll see. Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. 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 I want to fucking, okay. I want to get a guilty verdict on her already. Thanks. Was that a prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett. And put up with a cross-examination now. Yeah. I expect you noticed that this little bully of a student, I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as he put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Okay. Oh. Ooh, okay. Let's go. Yes, Your Excellency. Oof. Let's go. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Alright. It's me and you, bitch. Let's go. Me and you. Mm-hmm. The victim's death. Let's go. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought me steak, the professor need razor glasses in your toes.
As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides gunshot.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Is there some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace? Please do show me. But of course, this country's in free investigative techniques part of the man. Pick up on it. This is clear record of some kind of medical treatment, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extradition with the use of anesthesia. Oh, that's extraction. So he had a, yes, it sounds like just before. He went for lunch, was had a decayed tooth removed. A laughing gas so he couldn't feel anything. It's the latest medical advancement in the West. It's impossible to imagine not being able to feel pain, though. There's a cautionary note at the end from whoever wrote this. It says, no food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. No food... Okay, no food or drink other than water. Would technically carbonated water be a thing? Because this is just water. I would think the carbon would fuck with them. I don't know. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours. For 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. I mean, I guess carbonated water is water, but I see. I go into like the loophole, and thing, loopholes and things. Can be taken without leaving a trace. Please do show me. Under incident occurred, it shows Miss Brett's handbag on a chair in the victim's table. Yeah, there's nothing. She has the glass there, unless this was the glass with poison in it. Because I want to say like poison would be the answer, and maybe the glass that she took was the glass that was laced with poison, and that's why she hid it in her bag. That could be it, actually.
Yes!
Without leaving a trace? If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height. However, a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And doesn't she work on like the like medical side or something? Where does she work at? Doesn't she work on the... Yeah, medical school. Yeah, so okay, yeah, that makes sense. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosanaga? As I've said, I always aimed for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? press.jpg? What? Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Takasuchi Aochi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. Kill someone without a trace. Okay, so here's the thing. I know I have an idea of what it is. Now it's picking the right evidence for it. Dental work on the day of the murder. The victim had undergone dental treatment and been prohibited from eating. And then we determined that the victim was already dead, right? But if that's the case, he could have... No. He had to be alive because he had to have been able to walk in. She wouldn't have been able to carry a dead body, right? So this would be out of the question, I think. And if she wanted to kill him quickly with poison, they could have had a drink, whatever. The toast was real. Now the toast, he could have drank it, fell down from dying, and then his hand probably fell down on the burn mark, and then she had to stage everything, of course, and then yeah. I want to say it's this.
Yes!
Why? Why are you doing this to me? I'm trying here. What appears to be odd, the way, yeah, I know. You already know this response. Nice pressing on only one thing. Because that's the one! Okay. I'm sorry. I'm used to other games where you can press the one and then that's it.
Yes!
Fine. I think tutorial's teaching me that I have to press every single thing. Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death. It can only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life. But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away, when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burnt his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have already been dead at that point. And yet the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time. I concur. Prosecutor Aochi is right. Ugh. Okay. There's some way that man's life can be taken.
Yes!
What? No. I pressed this already. Oh, god damn it. We already read this. My finger slipped. I wish you could skip. Let me skip. Okay. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem reports show no. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses to a toast.
Yes!
As he testified before, you were drinking carbonated water, is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at the time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter? Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you. I have enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefits of others in the court, it means bless you, Ouchie. Just bless you. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway. Oh, hi, Akami. How's it going? Okay, unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man was burnt.
Yes!
Just like that. But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't have not noticed it. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? Why are you looking down there? What fun, bitch? That's like cougar vibes. What are you looking down there for? There's nothing for you down there to what are you doing? You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryunosuke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can.
Yes!
Well, I can't. Anyway. I'm doing good, just trying to figure out this fucking case.
Yes!
Inferior? What do you mean by that? In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything around at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right. Le Carnival is open for business as usual. Today, just days after the incident. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be wrong. Oh, wait! Oh! It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. No, he has something to say. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can. He has something to say! A killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchi is finally starting to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. What do you think, Ryunosuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. I almost said armor. Kazuma. What, Ryunosuke? There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosanaga. The detective? Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then, I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose, once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. Alright, note to self, just press everything, because they definitely changed all of the Ace Attorney rules with this game. All of them. God, that camera zoom work was fantastic. Oh, thank you, Akabi. And I'm gonna probably save that clip. Stoic, new game mechanic. Oh god. Okay. Okay, let's go. New mechanics, of course, they're gonna introduce new mechanics, which I actually like. I like this a lot. Like, it forces you to be more in-depth than usual in this, and I love this. Okay.
Yes!
Let's press you again on this. Is he inferior? What do you mean by that? In the hands of rich people, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Wait.
Let me speak to him. Yes, there it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. Oh, let's go. It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett. Who's the person actually making the current statement? Oh, but by moving the marker left and right with right D-pad and left D-pad, you can turn your attention to other people in the stands. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with A. If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. Okay, new mechanic. I like this. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker across with D-pad and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with A and see what's on his mind. Here we go. Exactly, which means that even the investigation takes a different direction, better than you lost. Okay, I was about to say, like, I'm pressing. Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. What's the meaning of this? Okay, so you scared him. You scared him, and now he's gonna bleed. Come on. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts. Deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? Ooh. If there's something you'd like to say, please, share it with the court.
Objection!
Shut up, Ouchie. What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with your testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? You better fucking say yes, bitch. Because your ass wouldn't have been stopped. You better fucking say yes. Well, yes, if you don't mind. I would like to speak, thank you. How about that, Miss Brett? The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain, which is why Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I'm like just waiting for him to open his coat and be like, evidence! You see it! All my evidence! And just like throw it all on the court. This is what I've gathered. It's like, then why did you fucking turn it in the first place? I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Oh, you're more like a crime scene klepto. That's what you are. A crime scene thief. Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Oh. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day, our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. Rose, why do you think like this? Why not? I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. The carbonated water bottle has been added and entered to the court. Ooh, has been added in the court record. Miss Brett, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Yeah, and wipe the blood, please. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burns. It's just like that. It's not that one. There's so many ways it can be taken without leaving a trace. Please do show me. I want to say it's the bottle, then. I want to say it's the bottle. Carbonated in the vape. It was on the victim's table. Let me examine it first. The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. Oh my god. You could just say that you don't know. Oh my god, what a dick. Just go to France and ask. So this is carbonated water? Oh, so this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh, no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke. In more ways than one. Why the fuck would you... I wonder... Could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. Poison. Poison. Okay, see, I learned my lesson last time. I was about to present the bottle, but then... Can I, like, spill? You see, this is spilling the water. The water should be spilling right now. But no, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna present this here. Since I've already talked about it, now I can prove...
Yes!
Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Yes, yes, yes! What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. And what is that, Ryunosuke? Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Oh, poison! You don't say. See, I want that shit over here. Oh god, we have anti-gravity stuff in old Japan. poison. On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Oh, do tell, Miss Brett. Because I can be here all fucking night until you attest there was poison. I will be here all night. Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from this glass? Oh, could it be? Oh, Miss Wilson, it seems that you're quiet now. Order, order, order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done Oh my god. It is not the waiter. Wait. No, wait, no. Okay, no. It's not the waiter. Because he just brought the bottle. But then... No, he couldn't have. Because then she would have to slip it in there. So that means that she would have to open the bottle, slip in the little powder... Whoa. Yeah, slip in the little powdery stuff, put some in her glass and his glass, pretend she drank it, he drinks it, and then he keels over. Giselle Brett, it was you. Yes. Giselle Brett, it was you. Let me see your unique animation.
Objection!
Shut up, Ouchie. This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile. Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
Objection. This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime. What? Yeah, he had bigger words than you did. The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth. Ahem, if I may. I will silence you forever for this disgraceful... Oh. This bitch did not just say shut up to me. Excuse you? It is you who should be silent. Of course. Dear lady, where did that come from? She just snapped. I'm afraid that I've may spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring? I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. No. He drank the poison. He drank it. Hosanaga! No. You did? That's why he's coughing. Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find a trace of poison of any description in the bottle. Oh, we could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No. Oh boy, okay. But you drink it though, right? You drink it though. That would make sense why he's coughing. I'm very grateful to all you Japanese, because there's some undetectable poisons, actually. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, that pleasure was all ours. I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused who, by his own admission, was holding this weapon is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved. Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present the court at this point? Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more. Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. Objection!
Hold it!
Oh! But what did I say? I told you someone's gonna come. I fucking told you someone's gonna come and save us. And then be like, objection, hold it. And she came. Please, wait. I told you, I called it. Isn't that... What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hands, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. To be continued. Dude, this is a long case, and I love it so much. If this was original Ace Attorney, I would have been done with it a long time ago. I would have been done with this shit a long time ago. The Ga Adventures. The Ga. Have you played Ga? Alright. This is... Oof. Okay. Trial Part 3? What? Okay, this is good. I'm loving the content. We're still on the first case. You know how crazy that is? This is... Okay. This has content. This has content. As Duel first came, to be honest. Well, Dual Destinies, to be honest, like, the first case was kind of long, but it wasn't as long as this, to be honest. It really wasn't. And fucking, what was it? Oh my god. Spirit of Justice? Even Spirit of Justice, like, the first case wasn't really that long either. Like, it was pretty speedy. But no, this is long. This is really long. I like this a lot. Okay. Anyways, it is that time. So this is actually a perfect time to like cut stream. It looks like at every to be continued portions, I will be cutting stream off for this. But dude, I had so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, of course. And yeah, I may actually have maybe a week of just straight Great Ace Attorney so we can get through this game. Because there are new games that I do want to be playing and stuff like that and to get through. So I will probably next week, I may just have like a full Ace Attorney week. And that's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that a lot. Yes, it was fun. But other than that, thank you so much for stopping by as always. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.